Well, Amy, we just have dropped the dogs off at doggy daycare, and the day is ours.
Yes, and the day is theirs too, because it's their most favorite place in the world to be.
They love it.
They love it. So
no better place.
It got us thinking like, oh, maybe some people are wondering if they should send their dog to doggy daycare. And so we've been doing it for a while. So we thought we'd share just our thoughts about whether it's right for your dog or not.
And they're everywhere. Doggy daycares are everywhere.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, there was one every county. Now there's like
we have like five yeah, within like 5 miles of our house.
It's great. It's really great. So is your dog's personality right for doggy daycare? I would say that if they're not anxious dogs, you have nothing to worry about. They're probably going to be a very good dog. You don't know what they're like around dogs other than humans, so unless you bring them to doggy parks.
And that's a good measure of their personality. Like if they're outgoing and they have fun at a dog park and they're not growling or aggressive or nervous or anxious, then...
They give you a trial day too, right?
Yeah, most daycares give you a trial day. And if they don't, look somewhere else, because they should be really transparent about how they run, how they operate. And they want to make sure your dog is a fit for them too, because they have a pack of dogs that all kind of go the same days and work together. So it's also important for them to assess your dog as well.
Test it out, even if your dog seems very outgoing and easygoing, maybe around dogs that are not. So it could be a different dynamic. So you take advantage of those trial days.
And there's certain kinds of daycares that are better for dogs than other dogs. So
tell me about the different kinds of daycares.
Well, there's a home-based one, which is like going to grandma's house. Nice. You go hang out. Maybe she gives you a cookie. I think there's cookie time at other daycares too, though. But it's more relaxed, chill. There's fewer dogs. And it's really like just going to a friend's house to hang out.
I prefer the dog park style doggy daycares.
Well, of course you would.
This is a big field where
more fun.
Can play. It's fenced in. They can run around. They can wrestle. That's where they really kind of burn their energy.
You should go spend a day there.
Can I?
Yeah, I don't know. We should ask.
If I can, I'm going to go.
You should.
Do I have to dress up like a dog, or can I just do my thing? Because I'll be great. I'll be very well behaved.
You would be the best dog there.
Yeah, and if there's treats,
you're friendly, and there might be a cookie. I'm
gonna do my best.
Yeah, but that's the kind of
good boy.
That's the kind of place that we think about when you think of a typical doggy daycare, is more of the dog park type, where it's a big fenced-in yard. Traditional. There could be a barn or a facility inside where there's air conditioning or heat for inclement weather days. And the third kind is training and obedience, which is more so for like dogs that need a little more structure. So puppies or rescues who haven't had a lot of training or commands or know a lot. These are good places to send them to. Okay. So
they're kind of more skilled at dealing with those things. But also your typical doggy daycare is going to have people who are skilled. They're not just people off the road.
Yeah.
They're skilled people with dogs.
Who know how to work with dogs and will actually give you great advice on how to work with your dog, because they spend a chunk of time with them. And sometimes it might not be a great fit. The place you've picked might not be a great fit. Doesn't mean your dog's not a fit for doggy daycare. It means that maybe for that kind of facility or location or the mix of dogs that are there, again, it's good to try a couple of different places to see what the best fit is.
And good to bring them when they're young for socialization.
Yeah, and also to bring them for boarding purposes. When we've gone away on vacation, our places that we bring our dogs board, and almost all of them do.
That's my favorite thing about doggy daycares, is that we can leave Moses, who is an anxious dog, we can leave him there with no anxiety on our behalf, because we know he loves it. And he's much happier there than at home.
He'd rather live at the doggy daycare, actually. It's a bummer for him to come home.
It's great. So that's a real weight off my mind.
Yeah, and Lou is a lab, so he's so laid back and chill and friendly. We can bring him anywhere. We could bring him with us on vacation. He'd be fine. He wouldn't be stressed out like Mo gets. Or, he can go to his doggy daycare and have a great time.
Yep.
So
another thing to keep in mind is cost.
Yeah.
Cost can be prohibitive. If you have multiple dogs, and if you're sending your dog 5 days a week, it's going to be really expensive.
Yeah, and some people do because they work full time, and that's awesome. We only send them once or twice a week because we work at home, and of course.
And we use them for photos.
We use them for photos all the time.
So they're working.
Yeah, they do work with us. This is their vacation. These are their days off when they go to doggy daycare. But our daycares run about $25 to $30 a day, and we drop them off between 7 and 8 and pick them up between 5 and 6, and they are exhausted and happy. A tired dog is a happy dog,
no doubt.
And then how do you find one near you? We had a situation where we had to split the boys up because Mo decided that he was going to protect Lewie at the daycare. Nowhere else, just at the daycare.
Right. If I'm around, he has no need for that. He doesn't think about that, but
yeah,
he's
we got to call.
Protect his little brother.
Yeah, so they can't go together to the same place. So I went on Facebook for my local community page, posted the question, and within like 5 minutes, there was like 10 places all within a 10-minute drive of our house to go check out.
Yeah,
so we did.
Ask people at the dog park if you go there too.
Yeah, and sometimes the people that have the doggy daycare have recommendations as well. So don't be afraid to ask them if they've indicated that it's not a great fit for your dog. They might have other recommendations that could be a good fit. So, and the last thing is, how do you know if your dog likes it? Yeah. They'll be happy to go.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, most dogs are going to be happy to go. I mean, if you say you want to go for a walk, you want to go to the dog park, the dogs go nuts.
Yeah.
Then that's probably a good doggy daycare doggy. Right?
You want to say the word dog one more time?
Doggy daycare doggy.
So those are just our thoughts. If you have any other thoughts about doggy daycare, or you send your dog to one and have some things that other people should think about, leave a comment below. And thanks for watching.
Thanks.